Sibling rivalry is one of those things that every parent deals with at some point. Whether it's arguments over toys, or who gets the biggest slice of cake, or who sits in the front, kids always find something to fight about. The thing about sibling rivalry is that the fights are not just random outbursts. There is usually a deeper reason behind them. Sometimes it's competition for attention, jealousy, or even difference in personality. Other times it's just about personal space. Because let's be real, even adults need a break from each other sometimes. Instead of just jumping in to stop the fight as a parent, it helps to first understand what's really causing it. When kids can express why they are upset, it's much easier to find solution instead of just putting a first aid solution. Another major reason kids fight is the belief that one of them is the favorite. Even if you treat them equally, they don't always say it that way. That's why it's important to focus on fairness instead of treating them equally. A 10-year-old and a 5-year-old won't get the same privileges, but they should feel valued and appreciated. Be mindful of unintentional labels, like calling one child the smart one or the troublemaker, because that can create resentment in them. Instead, make time for each child individually so they feel special in their own ways. When kids feel secured in love and attention, they won't have the need to compete for it, which means you have less rivalry and fewer fights. Of course, even when kids feel loved equally, fight still happens, and that's why it's important to teach them how to handle their own conflicts. Instead of playing referee in between them when they fight, next time they argue, try and step back and ask, how do you think we can resolve this so you both can feel happy? This teaches them to think things through rather than just blaming each other. And also, they reframe their words. Instead of yelling, "You are so annoying," they get to say, "I feel upset when you took my toy without telling me." This helps kids express frustration without escalating it into a full-blown fight. And while this may take some time and practice, the more they learn to talk things out, the less you will have to step into their fights. Another great way to reduce sibling rivalry is to set clear household rules. When kids know what is expected, there is less room for arguments. And when things do get heated, designate a conflict corner in your home where they can both come together and talk things out. Beyond that, encourage teamwork instead of competition. Rather than setting them up against each other as opponents, make them partners. Whether it's working on a puzzle together, helping you with dinner, or even when they earn a shared reward. Teamwork shifts the focus from who is better to we are in this together. But sometimes fights aren't about rules or competition. It's just the space. Just like adults, children need boundary. A lot of sibling fights happen because somebody feels their space is being invaded. Whether it's their toy, their side of the room, or their alone time. That's why it's important to teach them to respect each other's belongings, and when possible, give them individual space, even if they share a room. And let's not forget about teaching empathy. This is because children often struggle to see things from their siblings' point of view. So a simple question like, how would you feel if somebody took your favorite toy without telling you? This can help them think beyond their own emotions. When they learn to respect each other's feelings, they naturally start handling conflict with more understanding instead of frustration. Of course, the best way to teach a child how to handle disagreement is to model that behavior yourself. Albert Schweitzer said something really profound. He said, example is not the main thing in influencing others. It is the one thing. If your child sees you yelling, arguing when you are frustrated, they will assume that's how problem gets solved. Instead, show them how to stay calm during conflicts, resolve disagreements peacefully, and use respectful language. Something as simple as saying, I understand you are upset. Can we talk about it? This will make a huge difference. When you see your children getting along, please acknowledge it. A simple, I love how you both work together on that puzzle. This reinforces positive behavior. Encouraging teamwork and kindness doesn't just reduce rivalry, it helps build a bond that lasts a lifetime. At the end of the day, sibling rivalry won't disappear overnight. Some fights are just part of growing up, and that's okay. The goal isn't to stop all arguments, but to teach your children how to manage conflict in a healthy way. It is possible to help your kid build a strong, supportive relationship that will last a lifetime. Over time, those little lessons will add up, and before you know it, you will see less rivalry and more sibling love. Remember, it's not just about stopping the fight, it's about equipping them with the skills they need for healthy relationship in the future. My name is Grace Ilubusi. I'm a passionate advocate for raising children through an effective system. Thank you for watching. Till I see you next time, bye for now.